Lady Gaga is back, and Jennie's debut solo album is here. What to stream this week? This week, Lady Gaga is back. She's making her big return to pop music with hotly anticipated album Mayhem. But that's not all the week has in store. Blackpink star Jennie's debut solo album is coming out. R-Patz's new film Mickey 17 hits the big screen. Split Fiction is being released. And Meghan's delayed TV show is here at last. Abracadabra. As if by magic, Lady Gaga appeared. It's been a hot minute since we've seen Lady Gaga in full pop mode. But her seventh album, Mayhem, promises a full return to the brash electro-pop sounds of the famed monster and Born This Way. According to Gaga, we have her fiancé Michael Polanski to thank for this rebirth. He was like, "Babe, I love you. You need to make pop music," she told Vogue last year. The early signs are encouraging. Abracadabra is the distilled essence of Gaga, crammed with nonsense words and speaker-rattling synth bass. Die with a Smile, her 1970s-style duet with Bruno Mars, is her biggest hit since Shallow. In the videos, she's playing multiple versions of herself, suggesting the album is both a celebration and a reckoning with her past. Speaking to the LA Times, Gaga added that the album leaps around genre in a way that's almost corrupt, and it ends with love. Fans who heard the record at a listening party in New York last week were ecstatic, calling Mayhem a culmination of all her eras. The rest of us have to wait until Friday to find out what Gaga has to say on songs like the tantalizingly titled Perfect Celebrity. Blackpink's Jennie is going solo. It's a good time to be a Blackpink fan. The South Korean girl band have just announced their comeback tour, complete with 2 nights at London's Wembley Stadium. But before that, all 4 members are busy releasing solo projects. Rosa's APT was one of the defining hits of late 2024, while Lisa's barnstorming alter ego album coincides with her role in the latest series of White Lotus. Jisoo, the band's quietest member, is starring in the Korean zombie romance Don't Ask, Newtopia, and recently released the bubblegum pop EP, Amortage. Jennie's album is last to arrive. It's called Ruby after her middle name, hinting at the difficulty she faced in establishing a musical identity outside of Blackpink, where she's considered the face of the band, as well as its lead singer. "I struggled a lot in the beginning," she recently told Billboard. "A few months, I would say, was just me throwing myself out there, walking into rooms filled with new people. I just had to keep knocking on the door, like, is this it? Is this it?" The sound she landed on isn't going to scare off Blackpink's existing fan base, but it's more personal, more sensual, more expansive than the band's armor-plated K-pop sound. Leave's single Mantra is a cheeky riff on the independent woman genre that incorporates her love of burgers and pajamas over a Miami bass beat. More recently, she released the Love M and Leave them anthem, Love Hangover, whose video is an absolute riot. The rest of the album contains collaborations with Childish Gambino, Dua Lipa, Kali Uchis, and rapper of the moment Doechii. The real question, though, is whether all this creative freedom will seep into Blackpink's new music when it arrives this spring. R-Patz and Bong Joon-ho join forces. British heartthrob R-Patz, aka Robert Pattinson, is starring in dark sci-fi film Mickey 17, which is released in UK cinemas this Friday. It tells the story of a financially destitute man who signs up to be an expendable crew member on a dangerous mission to colonize an ice world. Of course, anything R-Patz does draws in a loyal audience of primarily young female fans, and I say this as a huge Twilight fan. But for film buffs, perhaps more interesting is the fact this is Bong Joon-ho's first film since his Oscar-winning black comedy Parasite. Parasite, which came out in 2019, is considered by many to be one of the greatest Best Picture winners of this century so far, and there has been huge anticipation to see how Bong could possibly follow it up. When I met him at the premiere, he told me the film's message was a simple one. Whether it's the future or going into outer space, humans must live genuinely human lives, he said. Who needs the Oscars anyway? Someone who probably won't be watching the Oscars this weekend is film director turned video game author Joseph Fares. His colorful 2017 rant against the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences annual bash, which we can't repeat on a family-friendly news website, is the stuff of legend. Luckily for him, his mantelpiece is looking pretty full after his 2021 release. It Takes Two snagged a clutch of the games industry's biggest awards.